Yo, what up everyone, Amir here, owner Rappin' and Snacking, getting into another Collector's Corner video. Hit me up on Instagram and TikTok at Rappin' and Snacking. Appreciate y'all as always. Drop your favorite thing down below after the video. We got vinyl, CDs, tapes, DVD, book, tape, which y'all will see. A lot of stuff in this episode, so yeah, y'all know the drill. Drop your favorite thing down below after. So first off, I'm going to start with an item that I picked up from eBay for $44 shipped, and this is something that I've never seen before. Coincidentally, I guess after I saw it pop up on eBay, I went on Discogs to see if there was a like page for it, and this is the first time that I'd ever seen a page for this cassette tape, and that is this Ice Cube promo tape for Bop Gun One Nation. It also has Down for Whatever on the B side. And for those who know, the cassette single doesn't have this cover. And yeah, this is just interesting. I'd never seen it before. I immediately picked it up or purchased it once I saw it on eBay. It was like buy it now, and it was for $44 shipped. And on Discogs, as of this video, none have sold on there. So pretty cool stuff. Like I said, never seen this, and I'm a huge Cube fan, so very happy to go ahead and get this one. But boom. That was $44 shipped from eBay. Now, next up, something else from eBay. This is a lot more common from that, but it was $64 shipped, and that is Mobb Deep's, the infamous Mobb Deep album right here. And it also has another disc titled The Infamous Sessions. So, something that annoys me with this, and this is, I get a lot of questions these days about, oh, you know, Amir, you have so much stuff. Have you listened to all of it? And this, that. No. I haven't listened to every single thing I bought. That's kind of impossible. I hope to one day listen to all of it, right? But the point is that you have to sometimes buy things that you know you can't listen to for months or a year or whatever, because things unfortunately don't run forever. You know, companies aren't pressing up this album like thousands and thousands of times like they did in the 90s or early 2000s or whatever it is. This album, which I remember seeing in, I don't remember the stores, but probably like Best Buy, and I saw it in Amoeba a ton, and a bunch of stores. It wasn't a hard CD to find, but this CD has shot up, because when this album came out in 2014, I was a little more selective with what I bought, and now when I'm finally getting around to actually buying it, I just took it for granted. I'm like, oh, it'll always be there. It's Mobb Deep, you know, they're always going to press a bunch of these. Well, look what we have here. An album that was probably $10, $12 opening week is now $64 shipped. So these are things that I'm saying, like sometimes if I see something, even if I know that I'm probably not going to pop it in for another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, even a year, sometimes it's better to get it now than to risk paying that crazy price in a few years down the line when I actually am going to listen to it, or whatever it is, or a few months, whatever it is. And y'all know more than anyone watching this channel, y'all know that there's so many limited edition pressings for albums, whether on CD or vinyl or tape or whatever your preferred format is, that there's just no guarantee that you listen to it. And sometimes these companies or these artists are like, I don't really care about having unlimited copies. I just want to sell 500. I just want to sell 1,000. I just want to sell 100, whatever it is. And especially for some of the more independent artists, I think a lot of us have had those struggles. So I say all that to say, this Mobb Deep album, which I remember seeing plenty of times in stores for whatever it was, $12.99 or $14.99 or $10.99, whatever it was, $64 later for this one. I mean, don't even get me started on the vinyl. The vinyl is crazy for this. And Mobb Deep's one of my favorite groups. I just remember I was like, I'll get it when I get to it. And it's just, I can't believe it's been like 10 years and I finally bought it, which is crazy. But anyways, eBay, right here, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, there's plenty of albums that, like, over the years, and I'm just giving like this in-depth combo right now, but there's plenty of videos I've done in the past where y'all will see it's like an album that came out 8 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it is, and it's like, oh, why didn't he buy that? It's because, you know, I just wasn't spending as much in those days, or I was a little more frugal with my money and on some weeks or whatever it was, because, you know, whatever. So fun stuff. So yeah, that's the Mobb Deep album right there, and I'm curious to know your thoughts on that. If you've not bought, and if you have not bought something and it's bit you in the butt down the line, like it has me, and I'm sure countless others. Now, to keep with Mobb Deep, this is something that I picked up from Mass Appeal's website. It was Mass Appeal's website. 2 items. These are the 2 tapes that came with it. Now, first, this is the Mobb Deep Infinite tape, so their latest album from Mass Appeal, which is a great album in my opinion, one of the best posthumous albums that I've heard. But this right here, the tape that you buy from their site, comes with a slipcover. So comes with this cover, and I kept the hype sticker. That's what you just saw fall out. That's the hype sticker. So this is the cover, the original cover, sorry, and then the slip cover. So boom, boom, boom. And I'll do a whole Mobb Deep Infinite collection once I get my rest of my orders in the mail. Right there, and then there you have the red cassette tape right there. It is clear. It says the infamous Mobb Deep. So pretty cool stuff. And then what I also got from Mass Appeal's website is called the Thun Language book. So this they also have on their site. It's limited edition. If I recall the tape, God, I don't remember how much it was. It was somewhere between $15 to $20, whatever the stock price was on their website. And then this, if I recall, was $60. Now, definitely an overpay. I only suggest getting this if you're a big Mobb Deep fan. I'm a big Mobb Deep fan, and also this album is great. So this one, I bought this book, which comes with a different cassette tape than this one. So this one, same track list and all that, but what I mean by different is you open up the book and you have this tape right here. Now this tape, and just to be clear, this isn't a book. It's just shaped like a book, and it has a tape right here, or a place for you to put your tape in. But this doesn't come sealed, so these all came open. And then this is just a clear cassette tape, and it just shows like the Infinity logo right there, and it says Mass Appeal, and it says Mobb Deep right there, boom, 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 and it says side A and side B, and it's just clear. So nothing flashy about it, no artwork, no nothing. Definitely an overpay for sure. In my opinion, like $60 is not a good bang for buck on this item. Definitely, if you're a big Mobb Deep fan or a big fan of this album, I would suggest to go ahead and buy it, because it's definitely going to sell out at some point. But that I got from Mass Appeal's website for $60. Boom, boom, boom. And it was part of that bundle. Now, next up, we have here another thing from Mass Appeal. This is a song that was not on Slick Rick's Victory album. Instead, this is a song that came out after. This one's called Bad Man Generation. And this is by Idris Elba and Slick Rick. And you can see both their IDs right here on the cover. I kept this one sealed. I'm going to go ahead and open it up out of this video and listen to it. It says it's black vinyl right here. So 7-inch single. I'm not sure if this is going to make its way onto an album or if it's going to stay a standalone single. We'll go ahead and see. I heard that Slick Rick has more music coming. No idea how accurate that is. I mean, the guy just released for the first time in quarter century, so who knows? But yeah, gonna go ahead and check this one out after. And I think they have a music video. I could be wrong. I didn't listen to it because I was waiting to listen to the vinyl when I got it. Now, next up, I'm gonna show you stuff that I got from a store called Deadly Wax. I don't have, or wait, no, sorry, CD Trader. CD Trader, and I spent $148.08 here. And they also gave me a $15 discount, if I recall. Oh, it's because I had they have these gift cards that you can redeem there. So I really spent $148.08. So if y'all are wondering why the math doesn't add up, that's why. So let's go ahead and get into the CDs first. We'll stick with Mobb Deep's Infinite. Got the CD there. I purposely didn't buy it from Mass Appeal because I was like, I'll go ahead and buy the CD in stores. I know I can find it in any store near me, and I don't have to tack on that extra shipping fee and to support the local store. So I picked that one up. It also comes with that slip cover, just like the tape did. And then also to keep it infinite, I also got the vinyl from there too. Boom, boom, boom. And like I said, I'm going to do an entire Infinite collection video. And like I said, very, very, very dope album for sure. Then I also got Silk the Shocker's album right here, his debut. This is when he was actually just known as Silk, and the album is called The Shocker. So pretty cool stuff. Original album on vinyl, or original pressing on vinyl right here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and let me tell you how much this one was, because this was used. This was $29.99 for this pressing right here, so pretty good price. Then next up right here, we got Cormega's Philosophy. This is one he just went by the name Mega, so you don't see his full name Cormega here. You see it on the spine as like a logo, but the name it says Mega. And I remember this is another one very similar to that Mobb Deep album. I remember seeing this. This one I didn't see in stores as much. I feel like I saw it online, and I didn't buy it online back then when it was on his site or whoever site it was. And now I'm buying it used all these years later, because this says it dropped in 2014. So you can see 2014 I didn't have as much money as I had hoped I did. And this was $22.99. So another thing, like this was probably selling for $15 or less. You can see it kind of went up by close to $10. So just saying, always keep that in mind depending on how big of a fan you are or whatever. So $22.99 for this digipack. The next up we got Larry June and Cardo's You Must Keep Going, or no, it says You Must Keep Going right here, and I always mix that up. This album's not called You Must Keep Going, it's called Until Night Comes. So y'all who know Larry June, he's worked with Cardo a lot, also known as Cardo Got Wings. And picked this one up for $13.99, still sealed. This is just a brand new release, so supporting the artist. Then a used copy that I got here is for J Rose 818 Antics Volume 2, which was for $7.99. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to J Ro, part of the Licks. Very underrated artist. Now, this is one that I haven't heard. I was excited to go ahead and get it, and I thought it was a pretty good price. This is Doja's Waiting to Inhale. Not sure what to expect since I haven't heard this one yet. I'm not even sure if I've heard a song off it yet. So very happy to go ahead and check it out and buy it and listen to it eventually. So this one was $9.99 right here. Boom, boom, boom. Then the next CD I got was a CD single by Young Jeezy called Go Crazy. And this is obviously, man, I mean, dope song. It's got Jay-Z on it, and I love this snowman artwork. That's freaking fire, in my opinion. And that is $3.99 for that. And then lastly, I got Rhyme and Reason Dope DVD right here. For those who have seen it, y'all already know how good it is. And then for those who haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out if you haven't. This one was $9.99. Boom, boom, boom. And then, yeah, pretty cool stuff. So the Mobb Deep stuff too. The CD was priced at $13.99, and the vinyl was priced at $29.99 for that. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff right there. That was from CD Trader on Ventura Boulevard in the Valley. Then next up, for $221, I went to a local shop called Deadly Wax. Shout out to them. If y'all follow me on Instagram, I post about them a few times as well. So Deadly Wax, I picked up a few things from them. They actually hit me up because they got a cassette collection in, and they wanted me to get a look at it before it went to the floor. So big shout out to Deadly Wax for that. So I'll show you the tapes at the end. First, I'll show you the vinyl that I got. This is just brand new Tyler's Chromacopia. He just put out the wax in all the stores. This is $38.99 right here. Shout out to Tyler, dope artist. He's changed so much. He's evolved, and his style has just changed so much over the years. I remember listening to him when Bastard came out, and man, I mean, he was a force to be reckoned with right out the gate, and it's just crazy to see how he's evolved as an artist. And that's why I also advocate, if you can, it's sometimes not easy with new releases coming out, but if you can listen to an artist from when they first started to, like, as they, go through the years and years and years, you can see how their styles changed or stayed the same or evolved or regressed or whatever. It's just pretty cool to see. So he's changed quite considerably. Now this is King Sun's album XL for $14.99. This is, you can see it's got the promo cut right here. And yeah, excited for this one. Shout out to King Sun. For those who don't know, pretty underrated artist. And this album was late 80s, I think. 1989. So boom, boom, boom. King Sun XL. Then this is one that I hadn't picked up before. This is De La Soul's The Best Of, and this is for $60. And it just got this is like a UK pressing, and that's why I haven't seen it before in person. There's a bunch of songs on here that you guys would know, like, Roller Skate and Jam Named Saturdays, Buddy, Potholes in My Lawn, I Know, etc., etc., etc. So, a bunch of great songs on this. Big fan of De La Soul. So this was $60. Not easy to find, and I believe this is actually a pretty good price for this particular pressing. I remember looking it up before. And this is Jurassic 5's Gotta Understand vinyl single for $9.99 in open shrink, so I made sure to go ahead and pick that one up. Now, the tapes, which is the reason why I came into the store, these ones, like I said, he wanted me to take a first look at it, so these were not priced when I got in there. And he kind of just gave me a deal on all of them. The tapes he gave me for $100 total for all these. So I don't have the individual prices for the tapes. He didn't price them all up. He just gave me like a flat rate 100 for all of them. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So right here, first off, we got Public Enemy's 911 is a Joke cassette single. I actually already had this one, but my sleeve was all banged up, so I was like, yeah, let me just throw this in, because it was like, I think he had this one priced at like $2 or something out of the $100, so I was like, yeah, just throw that in. 911 is a Joke, dope song. We got Michelle Lay's Nicety featuring Special Thanks, or with Special Thanks as well on the B-side. Shout out to Michelle A. And those are the two cassette singles that I got. Now, to get to the other stuff, this is one that I never see in person. It's not like the hardest thing to find, but you don't see it in person often. You see it online a lot more. This is BC Boys Pollywog Stew EP. So I was very happy to get this one. This one doesn't have a barcode as well. I was very happy to get this. BC Boys is they're such an awesome group. Big shout out to them. That's part of the bundle. Now, these are two albums that I haven't heard yet. I've been meaning to get to them eventually. But this is the first pressings of these albums that I have, and they're both on tape. This is Gucci Crew 2's album, What Time Is It? It's Gucci Time, right here, boom, boom, boom. And then also So Deaf, So Fresh, So Stupid. So excited to go ahead and check these out. I've obviously heard Sally That Girl and a few other songs, but I haven't dived into their discography really at all. So if y'all have any opinions on them, feel free to go ahead and let me know down below. So excited to go ahead and check those out. Then next up we got Heavy D and the Boys, Big Time. I'm sure a lot of y'all know this one. Boom, boom, boom. We got Jazz's Word to the Jazz. A lot of y'all know Jazz with his association with Jay-Z. But yeah, dope stuff right here. We got Cool Mo D's eponymous debut album, Cool Mo D, right there. Then we got his second album, How You Like Me Now, also on cassette tape. Moving on, we got Luke's, also known as Luke Skywalker. This is his Bass Waves compilation, and this is something that I've never seen before. Also, this one doesn't go for cheap. You can check it out on Discogs, this cassette tape. So I was happy to go ahead and pick this one up, the Luke Skywalker's Bass Waves compilation. Next up, we got Rodney O and Joe Cooley's 3 The Hard Way. Shout out to them. Dope pioneers in the game. Roxanne Shantae's Bad Sister. Shout out to Cold Chillin'. Boom, boom, boom. And then here, the soundtrack to Colors. The title song just is so amazing. Colors by Ice-T is absolutely phenomenal. And then you got the other tracks on here too, which are dope, but man, especially that Ice-T Color song is like one of my favorites ever. It's just a classic. But got that soundtrack right there. And then we got Stetsasonics In Full Gear. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to Stetsasonic right there. And then lastly, taped from Deadly Wax, I got Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd. Believe it or not, I have not heard this album yet. This is the first time I've gotten actually anything from their discography. So I don't have any vinyl, CDs, tapes, nothing. This is the first thing that I got, and it's an album that I want to check out. And also, my homie Mario from Chicago told me I gotta listen to this one ASAP as well. I'm on the hunt for the CD too, so when I see that, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and buy it. And this is Girls, I Got 'Em Locked. So I also love, you can see like the time capsule when you see certain people's clothing or hairstyle or whatever it is. So you can kind of see what era they're from right there. But that's all I got from Deadly Wax. That was $221 for the vinyl and tapes. And yeah, drop your favorite thing down below. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram and TikTok at Rappin' and Snackin'. Appreciate you always, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bless up.